Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Done with Depression. Today we're going to talk about my experience at Heritage Oaks Inpatient Facility. So this is the second inpatient facility that I have been at. This one I was at for 4 days, from Friday afternoon to Tuesday afternoon. And we're just going to talk about my experience and how it compared to the other inpatient facility I was at. So this one, the intake process was a lot different. They walked me over from the outpatient facility, which was next door to the inpatient facility. And overall, it took me 5 hours to get the intake done to get onto the unit. The previous inpatient I was at, it was a 2-hour drive down there from where I'm located, but the intake process was very quick. It took maybe less than half an hour to get me completed and onto the unit. So this one took about 5 hours, which is a very long time when you're having suicidal thoughts and you're mentally just falling apart. But eventually, I got onto the unit. What was pretty cool about this unit was we had our own bathroom and showers. So we had one roommate, and then there was just two of us sharing a bathroom, and each bathroom had its own shower. In the other inpatient facility I was in, 4 people shared a bathroom, and then there was only 2 showers for the entire unit. So this one was a little bit cooler in that aspect. There's a day room, and there's about 20 people on the unit, 20 patients on the unit. The day room in this one was rather small. There weren't any books or anything. There was just a TV in the corner and some couches. The previous one that I had been to had books, and it was a little bit bigger, and they had puzzles and cards and things like that you could do. This one was pretty plain, didn't have a whole lot of stuff to do. So my experience, I came in on a Friday, and it's really difficult to talk to your psychiatrist, your caseworker, and your therapist on the weekends. So pretty much you see a weekend psychiatrist and weekend caseworker and all of that, and then you have to wait till Monday to actually talk to the person that's handling your case. So for a 5150 or a 72-hour hold, you're essentially almost guaranteed to be there more than 72 hours, because it's going to take at least 72 hours just to talk to the person that you need to talk to, let alone if they change your medication or do any of that stuff. They have to hold you longer to make sure that you're adapting properly to your medication. So some things happened during the night that kept a lot of us up. There was people screaming, people kicking doors. They had to give the shots to a couple people to get them to settle down. There's throwing of chairs. People are yelling at each other on the phone, slamming the phone, that sort of thing. So it was, again, rather difficult to sleep. And I was in one of the calmer units at this facility. There were 3 stories to the building, and I was in 3 West, and 3 West and 3 East were 2 of the calmer units. So it's still hard to sleep. There's a lot of noise. There's people checking in on you to make sure you're there every night. There's a lot of doctors that come to see you. They take your vitals at 6:30 in the morning. So you have someone waking you up to take your blood pressure and get your pulse and all of that at 6:30 in the morning. And then breakfast isn't until like 8:45. And for me, it's difficult to fall back asleep. But as far as treatment goes, it wasn't great. There weren't a lot of programs, especially on the weekend. It was very difficult to talk to the people that I needed to talk to, just simply because they weren't there. And it took me 50 hours to get the medication that I needed. So I was on an antidepressant, they upped the milligram that they wanted me to take. They essentially just doubled it, and that didn't go into effect because the pharmacy was closed until Monday. So Friday morning at home, I had taken my medicine. Saturday, I didn't get any medicine. Sunday, I didn't get any medicine. And then Monday morning, I finally got my prescription medicine. So for me, on antidepressants, not terribly bad. Granted, you're there to like stabilize you. So if they're stabilizing you, you would think they would want you to take your medicine to help stabilize you. But anyway, it wasn't as bad for me, but I can see if you're a seizure patient or bipolar or psychosis or something like that, like not having your seizure meds for that long, or pain medication if you had like a back injury or you need pain medication regularly, like that would be really bad to not have your prescription, especially because it was prescribed to me already, and it was prescribed to me from the outpatient program, which is literally right next door. So they could have just pulled my record from there and given me that. Anyway, I eventually got my medicine. They upped it a little bit. I started feeling a lot better. There were some therapy groups. We did a little bit of mindfulness. My mom was kind enough to bring me a book that I was reading, so I had that to read. You basically just look forward to eating and snacks all day. I gained like 4 pounds while I was in there just because you can't move a whole lot, and eating is literally all you have to look forward to. So this facility overall, I would rate it about a 5.5. Speed of service was definitely pretty low. It took me 5 hours to get intake done, and I was literally falling apart at that point. So not the greatest. The food wasn't great. I'm vegan, so choices are limited. And they did the best that they could with what they have. I know they only have certain ingredients that they can work with and all of that stuff. But speed of service was very bad. Treatment was mediocre. Food was mediocre. As far as stabilization, like not having your meds is pretty much like an automatic fail, I think. The facility itself is safe, so you're not really going to harm yourself, but it's not very stabilizing to not have the people you need to talk to, not having your medicine, and all of that. So overall, I would probably give it a 5.5 maybe, just because it's a secure facility and you can't really hurt yourself or escape or do anything. But I mean, maybe just for having your own bathroom and shower, it gets a 5.5. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. Make sure to check out the description for the book I'm currently reading. There's a link there if you want to check it out. And make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's maybe going through depression. We can help build a community here where we can talk about depression and have healthy, supportive conversations. Thank you, guys.